Changes to the government's water infrastructure provides greater confidence local jobs will stay where they are. Three Waters, with its 4 mega entities, is being replaced by Affordable Water Reforms, which establishes 10 regionally owned entities. Amalgamated Workers' Union organiser Hamish McCracken says there was some concern in the longer term that some of large entities would be centralised in the big centres.
I think a valid concern for rural and small town New Zealand, but I think we're now sitting in a situation where that concern has been addressed.
But some are still not happy. 2 councils strongly opposed to the water reforms are taking the matter to court for a second time. Waimakariri and Timaru District Councils are continuing legal action over ownership. They're 2 of 3 councils that previously filed a failed legal challenge to the High Court over the issue. Timaru Mayor Nigel Bowen says they still had a win last time, as it was confirmed their assets were being taken away without compensation. But they're now seeking a declaration on property ownership rights.
These are really important issues around property rights, so that ownership of property by ratepayers over many, many years are being taken from them.
A slump in measles vaccination is leaving children under 5 exposed to an outbreak. Researchers have found coverage for the first MMR vaccine was dropping even before COVID, from 95% for kids born in 2017 to 89% for those born in 2020. Otago University's Ninka Hagedorn says active immunisation programs may be needed to help children catch up. She says with borders opening, there's a higher risk of a case being imported into New Zealand and causing an outbreak. Economists predict it will take longer than expected to win the inflation battle. Infometric's latest economic forecasts predict annual inflation will still be 6.6% at the end of this year and 3.8% by the end of 2024. Chief forecaster Gareth Kiernan says there continues to be pressure on businesses, which could end up being passed on to the consumer.
Freight costs, including domestic freight costs, labour costs as well, and wage pressures coming through.
A standard pressurised asthma inhaler is as bad for the planet as driving 300 kilometres in a small car. A study in today's New Zealand Medical Journal shows dry powder inhalers are just as effective without utilising greenhouse gas propellants. More than half of patients surveyed were unaware of the impact, but 69% agree it's an important consideration for switching inhalers. Canterbury University is reminding students of their access to the uni's health centre as the outbreak of scabies in the South Island continues to cause concern. There's been an increase in scabies across Canterbury and the West Coast, with a high prevalence in student populations. A Cambridge woman has turned the tables on a group of criminals by ramming the Ram Raiders. Cambridge News reports the 63-year-old came across an early morning ram raid at a Spark store on Cambridge's Victoria Street on Easter Monday. The woman used her Toyota RAV4 to ram the vehicle used in the ram raid. She then chased briefly before going to the police station to report it. She says the group probably won't be boasting about getting chased out of Cambridge by a nana on social media.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel to stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald. Click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here, and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.